So here we are, the 2021 annual vision meeting. I'm excited. Here's kind of the quick rundown of what we're going to do. I'm going to share some of our 2020 wins, and then share two church strategic focuses, two discipleship focuses, do a budget recap from 2020, and review the budget for 2021. And then there'll be time intermingled throughout all of that for some Q&A. So first, I want to go through some of the wins for 2020. And I'm going to mute everyone now, but if you have a question throughout this, feel free to unmute yourself. And then, I'd love to answer that question or refer you to the person who can answer that question for you. So the first thing is God provided Lakeview a pastor, and I know that seems a little self-serving, but I know that it has been a blessing for us to be able to come here and be your pastors this year. And I've heard from others, and I hope that you guys have felt blessed as well that God has provided the church a pastor. I think it's a win. All of the work that you guys did in the parsonage, all hands on deck. Like this reminded me of the Israelites coming together to build the tabernacle, to build the temple. You guys were devoted to that task, and I think the Lord was honored in that. I think it's a win that the Babcock family chose to move across the country, or not across the country, across the state to come here because they believed in the mission and vision of Lakeview and want to see Lakeview grow and want to lend their talents. And they've been doing that through worship, and will be doing and through ministering in the word, and we'll be doing that in the year to come as well. I think it's great that there have been different groups that have met, small groups. Rhonda's been leading the teenage girls. Renee has started meeting with the college girls. Tuesday Talks is kicking up. And I think it's great for us to get together in community for just some encouragement, some fun, some connection. I think it's a win that we were able to raise over 1,000 pairs of socks that we collected for Operation Night Watch and the homeless population of Seattle. I think it's a win that we helped and have continued helping families at Sacagawea Elementary through giving of rice and beans and distributing those, and toilet paper throughout the year. I think it's helping not only those families, but helping build connections with the school. In fact, I was able to talk with the principal this past week when I dropped off some toilet paper, and they are completely blessed, and they would love, I said, we'd love to be a resource and see how we can help with different things here at the school. And they said we would love that. And as school ramps up, hopefully either later this spring or in the fall, we would love to find ways that we can get more involved with the school here in our community. I think it's a win that Roots Community Church has been using our parking lot and our building to host services. We are then through our resource, which is our building, been able to encourage other believers as they gather to worship Christ. The same thing for Open Home Church, a younger congregation that has been able to use our building to gather on occasion and praise the Lord together. I think it's a win that throughout this year, 2020 giving has exceeded the budget that we set last year. And I will get into details on that later. But you guys have been so generous in giving to the Lord. And then COVID doesn't stop this church. We've been continuing to meet, and I think that is a win that we have gathered together. This picture is actually from the very first week that we met online, and you guys have been consistent in coming week after week as we gather. And I didn't have a picture for it, but another win that I think is this past summer when Renee said, hey, as a school teacher, I have the summer off, and what can I do in the office? And she went through probably about 10 years worth of records and combed through them and digitized them. And I think that is great that's a great win for her to just serve the church in that way.